Good afternoon. It is about 25 after 1 and I am in the Kawartha Highlands. I am here at the access to get into Sucker Lake, and I have got my sled here, my toboggan, my pulk, whatever you want to call it, all packed up with my winter gear to do a winter hot tenting trip. It's going to be a 2-night trip. There is a storm coming in, a big storm. There's supposed to be between 20 and 30 centimeters of snow, starting to fall around 7 p.m. tonight until Sunday night. So I'll be coming out Sunday morning-ish, afternoon, depending. As you can see here by the tracks, there have been vehicles in here. There are 3 trucks parked at the access here, like SUVs with big trailers on them. So I'm assuming that the trail going in for most of the way to the campsite area is going to be packed down, which is good. I do have my snowshoes with me. I will probably need them on the way out, but I probably won't need them on the way in. I also have my crampons with me, and I'm wearing my Keen Duran Polar Fleece minus 40 hiking boots. Just got a few things in my backpack. I didn't want to bring the small pack, but it's just like my camping purse, as I call it. It's got my first aid kit, some toilet paper, an extra portable charger, electronics, extra pair of gloves, toque, a couple of bags in case I want to shed some things or change some things. But most of my gear is on the toboggan. I have 2 bins on the toboggan. One has my gear in it, and the other one has about 2/3 full firewood and then my new titanium stove. I just picked up some firewood in town here on my way through and loaded it all up in there. In the front of the sled there's a jug of water, and I also have a big tote bag that has my clothes in it, not much, just a few, and my food in my ursack. And that's about it. I'm hoping that this pull-in will be a lot easier than the last time I was here. I did a trip here 4 years ago with my friend Sue, and it was treacherous because I had my Whiskey Jack toboggan that I'm no longer using just because I found it too big for me to do solo trips. It was just really big, and I was filling it up, and then I couldn't pull the stuff up hills and stuff like that. So I'm back to using my little toboggan. Haven't done a backcountry winter trip in a bit, so I'm really excited, but I'm also super anxious and nervous. I'm going in about 2.5 kilometers or so into where the campsites are, and then the rule in winter here is that you have to camp 30 meters from a campsite or the water. So I'm ready to get started, and let's see what happens. Let the adventure begin. It's about 1:40. I really haven't gone very far. I was taking a bunch of pictures and videos. It's a lot of work with the toboggan, especially because I have to set up the camera, and then I have to put the belt on underneath my backpack, and then click that in, and then walk, and then run back and pick up the camera, and then go back again, and then put everything back on. So took a few at the start there, and that'll probably be it for now. This is what you're gonna get for the rest of the way. Just had a chat with a fella on a fat bike who's riding here on the trails, and I heard this strange sound coming from behind me. I was expecting a snowmobile. I wasn't expecting anybody on a bike. That was the last thing I thought I would see, so that was kind of cool. Okay, I'm coming up to this puddle, And I think I'm gonna go on the left track here. The guy said that this is actually a big vehicle, side by side. It's not snowmobiles. So I think I'm gonna run this. Oh, that worked. I ran to the left of the puddle with my feet just so I wouldn't get them soaking wet, even though I do have an extra pair of shoes. Really pretty out here. I'll stop so you can hear this little stream here. All right, I'm about 1/100th of the way. I don't know. I've gone a little ways, not too far, but so far so good. Hasn't been too bad. I know there's a couple of hills. I've had just a few small ones, and they weren't too bad. With the other equipment, I probably would have been dead by now. Or like just laying on the ground panting for breath. So I am panting for breath, but not desperately. So I'm good. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. Save my breath for breathing. I'll see you in a bit. All right, it's about 1 to 2. I've been doing more filming and chatting than anything else. I had to chat with the guy on the bike, and I still have self-service, which I didn't expect. So I've been updating my friend Jenny and Riley just to let them know like where I am and that I still have service, just in case I want to check back. Whew. Woodpecker. Hello. It's up there somewhere. Okay, I gotta take a breath. Whew. My face. Rocking my toque from Jason at Tumble Home. I saw him at a show in the fall, and he kindly gave me one. So I thought I'd wear it to say thank you and put it in my video. Thanks, Jason. It's just a few minutes after 2. I just passed the fork in the trail, and I'm around halfway-ish. And I just see this lovely hill coming up. It might not look like much to you, but oh, these little hills can just kill you. Especially when you're not in great shape and you're pulling a whole bunch of weight behind you. But I'll get her done. Just gotta keep moving. Hi. Now it's about 2:15. I've made it up the hill. Got to a nice level-ish area, and I think I'm coming up to my favorite part, which is a big downhill. And the last time I came through here, I got on top of my toboggan and I rode it down. Screaming all the way. So, I hope this is it. Just a little past halfway to where the campsite area is. And feeling okay. I'm not dead yet, so that's good. My face is really red, but it's also, I think it's -8. Feels like -14 right now. So it's a bit chilly. But that's with the wind chill, and there isn't much wind right now. It's supposed to pick up later. Anyway, this isn't the hill I thought it was, but any downhill is welcome. Oh, that looks like fun. Getting really close to the campsites, I keep telling myself. Oh, that wasn't too bad. I just ran as fast as I could over it while pulling a heavy toboggan. Now it's heavy. It was light. Well, it was light when I got here, But now I got this. There's a lot of open ground there. I think I'm gonna stick to the right. I don't know. So the answer is yes. You can pull a fully loaded toboggan over rocks. Oh, I think my hill's coming up. Well, it is a hill, and it's downhill. I'm not sure if it's the hill. I'm just gonna walk down it. Whew. I think it's time for a Jolly Rancher. They're good for winter sled portages too. And I'm just about at the campsite area. Oh my goodness. Up, 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 let's go. Ugh. Okay, I found the hill. I think the campsites are just over there somewhere. I'm not too far. Whew. All right. Start going down. Woo. A little bump on my bum from the poles. Oh, here comes the guy with the bike. It's probably a good thing I didn't slide down the hill on the toboggan, because I probably would have wiped out that guy on the bike. Would have been like bowling with me being the ball. Oh man. Okay, well, there's some open water here a little bit, so I'm gonna kind of trot a little bit. Hang on, I'll see if I can film it. Here we go. And an uphill. Maybe I should have took that ride while I could. Oh well. Alright, it's 2:45. There's a trail marker. And there's the side trail into the campsite area. 30 meters, I looked up yesterday, is approximately 40 paces, or 40 steps, 40 regular steps. So I'm not sure exactly where the campsites are. I think there's little signs. So I'm just gonna camp like just outside of that area. Anyways, I'm getting cold because I'm standing still, so off I go. It is really cold out here, and I'm only wearing a couple of light layers because I'm like moving and I'm sweating and stuff. But once I get to camp, I'll have to put on my jacket and get the tent set up and then get the fire going, so. All right, I have found a spot that's pretty sheltered. It's in between the two campsites. I walked about 45 steps until I got to the one campsite. The other one's way down. So I should be okay. I'm gonna get the tent set up and hopefully get warm soon. I've got my heavy duty aluminum stakes that I got from MEC. And I also brought my common nails, which are amazing. Yes, okay, good. That's a good sign. Hi, I'm here, I'm okay. Everything is good. I don't know what that was, but it was loud. I think it's just the ice cracking, but it sounds like there's something up there. I gotta go look. God. One thing I don't like about this tent is that there's no window. All right, I'm gonna take off my jacket and have a snack. Hi, all right, it's 10 to 5. I didn't even know what time it was. I thought it was 3:37, but it was 4:47. It is almost 5 o'clock. My thermometer says it's 2 degrees. I don't think it's warmed up from being outside yet. My water was starting to freeze. I thought about bringing I have like a cozy that I made for it that's made out of yoga material, or yoga mat material, to keep it from freezing. But I thought, because I'm going to be in the hot tent and it's supposed to be cold, like -8, -10-ish, but colder with the wind chill, but the wind chill isn't going to freeze my water, and I thought for the most part it's going to be inside. So it was starting to get a little slushy. It was sitting out on the toboggan, but it's good now. I had it sitting beside the stove. So I'm just going to have a granola bar and figure out what I'm going to have for dinner. Happy to be in the tent and have a fire going and be warm and have some wood. I'm glad I brought some wood with me. I don't know if what I have is going to last me through, but I can go looking tomorrow. I like this pull out here. It's letting me sit here without having my head hitting the tent, and the tent gets condensation, so I'm glad that that's not happening. Also, I pulled out the side over the bed, so it's not like touching the bed at all, or my sleeping bag. And then when I go to sleep, I'll probably move it a little bit over towards the stove a bit more. I got a lot of room over there, especially now with the pull-out. So sounds like the bad weather is starting, and you can hear the snow pelting. I'm not sure if it's actually snowing yet or if that's just the wind blowing all the snow off the trees, but it is supposed to start around 6 or 7 o'clock, and looking at getting about a foot of snow by the time I leave. So yeah, that should be interesting. Anyways, I'm just gonna sit here and kind of relax for a bit. That pull-in was pretty tiring, and I was a little stressed out there for a while when I got here. It was hard to find a spot that wasn't on either of the campsites, so I think I'm off the boundary, but I don't really know for sure. Okay, this is good. Only 6 degrees over here, but I'm up here, so it's probably a little bit warmer, and you can hear the snow starting to hit the tent. It's going to be quite the storm coming in, so hopefully all is good in this little tent. It takes good care of me. I'm in a pretty sheltered area. I've got a lot of nice trees around me that don't look like they're gonna fall down, so hopefully they'll help protect me from the wind. The sounds going on out in the forest is unbelievable. First of all, you've got this. The snow is definitely falling. I just looked at the forecast. My friend Jenny asked me how cold it's supposed to get. I actually have a signal here. I didn't think I would. And it's only like, it's actually supposed to get warmer. It's supposed to be like -2, feels like -6 with the wind chill. And there's even some rain in the forecast overnight. Again, so glad I've got the nylon tent. I've managed to get the tent up to about 13 degrees now in here, and I'm feeling quite good. I still haven't taken off my boots, still haven't had my snack, but that's okay. Just kind of moving things around and getting everything situated. I ran out and I had seen 2 pieces of really nice dry wood that were up in the air when I was out looking for a spot to put the tent. So I ran out real quick with my saw and I cut them just so that they would fit in the tent. They're actually probably 2 5-foot, 4-foot, 5-foot pieces, and they're fairly dry. So I just brought them in and put them inside the tent in case, you know, everything does get wet and then it freezes. End up with some issues trying to get some more firewood. So but I do have a fairly good amount. I've got enough to get me through tonight for sure. Oh, my hair looks lovely. Well, the time is flying by. Somehow it's like 5:45. I haven't eaten my snack. I'm just gonna make my dinner. I brought 2 dinners because I'm staying 2 nights, and I'm going to make the easiest option tonight, which is, sorry, it's just something shiny caught my attention over there on the other side of the tent. I'm like, what is that? I think it's the seam sealer. The light's catching it somehow. Anyways, you can see my cheeks are nice and rosy. It's probably from being out in the cold all day. And 13.4 degrees on my thermometer. Fire's going nicely. The wind is howling outside. Snow is falling. So what I brought for dinner tonight is something super simple. I brought some coconut shrimp, frozen like appetizer style that I had left over from New Year's. And I'm just gonna put it in the pan and stick it underneath the stove and let it heat up. And I brought some mashed potato mix to go with it. A little bit of plum sauce to dip it, and that's it. Anyways, that's about it for now. I will see you in a bit. All right, it is smelling pretty good in here. Just still trying to get myself a little bit organized. I had a chocolate covered Oreo, which hit my stomach pretty hard. My stomach wasn't feeling that great after I came in. So I've just got a couple of Flip Sides crackers here. They're delicious. I had a few of those. That's my mashed potato mix. 14 degrees there on my thermometer. And I have got my coconut shrimp in the pan, and they are underneath the stove cooking away. I've got a little bit of water here on the stove just to make my mashed potatoes. I have some butter and herb mashed potato mix that I brought, and I also have some plum sauce, and I took my butter out just because I don't like it hard as a rock. But I have buttered my English muffin already for my breakfast tomorrow, but I like to keep it kind of soft. Same with my eggs. I didn't want them to freeze, so I've just got them here a little bit by the stove. On the other end, I brought a piece of a chicken breast, which is already cooked, for my dinner tomorrow. And it's still frozen, and I want to keep it that way, as well as I have some sour cream, and I brought some Baileys. So I've just covered the chicken breast in snow. It's right here actually, and I just kind of buried it a little bit over in the far corner away from the stove, just to make sure it stays nice and cold and it doesn't get bad or anything before my dinner tomorrow. So still got my boots on. My pants are drying though, which is great, and I'm gonna switch over to my shoes and socks soon, but at this time my priority was just getting this cooking. As you can see, it is actually crisping up. They're supposed to go in the oven, I think it's 10 to 12 minutes or 12 to 14 minutes, something like that. And just want to make sure they're nice and cooked. And once this water gets boiling, which will take a bit because it was really cold water, it was from my Nalgene, I will get the potatoes done. Well, hello. It is a little bit after 6 o'clock, and I'm still getting myself situated here. The snow has stopped pelting on the tent for now, and I also wrecked my FlexTail pump nozzly thing. I'm trying to melt it so I can reform it again. It fell off I was taking it off the light because I was using the light, and I thought, well, I'll take this attachment off because it was kind of blocking the light, and it fell and I couldn't find it. It was underneath the stove, of course, melting. So I threw it in the snow really quickly to cool it. I thought I had made a nice round circle, but it's kind of more like an oval. I don't know if you can see it, but it doesn't fit on the pump now. And this is the one that I need to fill up my new Thermarest, of course. So I'm trying to kind of heat it again and melt it a little bit so I can, I don't know, make it fit. So if not, I guess I'll have to reach out to FlexTail and see if they'll send me a new bit. But that's about all that's going on here. Just chilling like a villain in my tent, or I guess warming, and all is good. I think this is pretty cool. I don't know if you can see it that good in the camera, but somebody's put some, I guess, nails in the tree, which isn't great, but they've painted them with reflective paint of some sort, so that you can find your way to the privy. So I thought that was really neat. I've seen a couple of them kind of shining as I was walking, and I'm like, what is that? yeah, so that's kind of cool. All right, back to the tent we go. It's not snowing yet. I think all the sounds that I've been hearing on the tent is blowing, like it's blowing snow. There's my toboggan marks from where I went looking everywhere. I should have just detached it, but oh no, I dragged all my stuff everywhere looking for a place to set up. Hello, warm tent. I'm coming. All right, my water is boiling. I'm just making sure that my coconut shrimp here is cooked. I don't really know how to tell, so I'm just gonna cook it to death until I'm sure it's good. Ouch! And then I'll mix up my mashed potatoes and eat. I've relocated to the floor. I find it easier for filming, especially with the fire. And look, you can see the flames. Isn't that beautiful? It is almost 7 o'clock, I think. I'm starving. And I think everything's good to go. I just wanted to make sure that the shrimp was cooked and it's pretty crispy. I think it's good. So I'm gonna take that off because I think it's gonna take a while for it to cool. This one's really crunchy. The one that was on the furthest side, I think it got a lot of heat. So yeah, I'm just gonna take them off. I'm gonna eat them right out of the pan because why not? Oh crap, my plum sauce is way over there. Well, the good thing about a small tent is nothing is way over it anywhere. It's easy to get to everything. Yeah, nice sitting here right in front of the stove and it's comfortable for now. I'll go back to the chair after I get sick of sitting here, but so this is some plum sauce. I'm just gonna open it up, make sure it's liquid. I had some jam on a trip a little while ago last year, and I went to open it and it was just like fruit leather. It was so bad I couldn't eat it, but I brought 2 packages and the other one was fine. I don't have a garbage yet, so I'm just gonna put this here. Here's my J cloth will do. Okay, so what I did was I put a little bit of mashed potato mix in here. I don't use a lot because I don't want a ton of mashed potatoes, so I just put whatever I feel looks like kind of good. And I'm gonna add some boiling water to it. So that's soaked in there. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like how that worked. That worked really good. I don't know if you guys have done that before, but usually I pour the water and I mix it right away. But if you just let the water soak into the mashed potatoes, look, they're like pretty much perfect, and I didn't even have to do, usually I have to stir them a lot. Okay, potatoes are done. They're great, and I'm gonna have some, this is not gonna be a very fancy dinner because I have my potatoes in my cup. And then coconut shrimpy. I can't remember what kind they are. I buy these ones a lot at the store, and they're quite tasty. I got some for New Year's because I went to the store on New Year's Eve day on my way home from Silent Lake, and I wanted to get a lobster tail, and the butcher looked at me like I was insane. He's like, ha ha, yeah, right, we don't have any of those. We haven't had any of those for weeks. I was just like, all right, buddy, sorry. Like, so I got a bunch of appetizers. They're very, very crunchy. I think by tomorrow night, maybe I'll have floor in here. Like, if I take this pad up, if I keep it down, it might not, but I'm already starting to see some openings here of like the mulchy ground, like the snow is melting. There's not very much, so I don't know. Let's see if we get to that point. It's 13 degrees still. Anyways, I'm gonna go eat. I'll see you in a bit. They're good. They're just really crunchy. I like crunchy. So good to have food. Well, hello. Got the fire going good. It's about 7:30 and the temperature is 15 degrees over there. So it's good. I am just boiling some water to make a hot chocolate. I might put a little splash of Bailey's in it, not too much. Me and dairy aren't the best of friends lately. And I'm just having a little dessert. I brought a bag of treaties here. I got some Ferrero Rochers, peanut butter cups, Lindors. I got a Snickers for maybe my hike tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet, but we'll see what the weather does. And that's about it. I'm just sitting here listening to an audiobook and waiting for this water to boil. I think it's just about there. So I'm gonna make my hot chocolate. I'm just putting it in the cup this time. I'm not making a pot of hot chocolate because I just wanna have a little bit. And that's about it. It's nice and warm and cozy. The wind has actually died down. I don't hear any snow falling yet. Just like a couple of random gusts here and there and drop some snow down, and it's been pretty quiet for the last little bit anyways. Anyway, that's about it. Fire's roaring as you can see, and I'll see you in a bit. Oh, I had my hot chocolate. I'm just sitting here by the nice cozy fire. I am going to change my top clothes now. I'm pretty sure most of them have dried, but just to make sure, you know, my sports bra usually doesn't dry out very well. It's always still a little bit wet, and I want to make sure everything is dry before I go to bed. So I'm still wearing my snow pants. I'm still wearing my polar fleece Durans, my hiking boots I wore in. They're fine. They're actually starting to dry. I can see a little bit of steam coming up from them and from my pants. So I'd rather have them dry before I take them off. And then again, like, I might have to go out. Obviously, I'm going to have to go out to the bathroom before I go to bed. See my pants. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's like steam coming off of them. So they're drying. Fire's drying them. So it's great. My boots look a lot better. Not that they were wet, but these things are great. I love these. They're so warm. My feet are always amazing in them. It's 8 o'clock. Just had my hot chocolate with a wee bit of Bailey's in it. It was delicious. I finally feel good, like I don't know what this seems like, full, I don't know, complete, 100% full battery charged. Not full battery charged. My legs are still pretty tired, but not too bad. But yeah, I wasn't feeling that good there when I got here. The last little bit of the trek in, I just started getting really nauseous. And I found breathing in this, like just stopping and taking some breaths in here, because you're breathing the cold air, and it's, I don't know, I find it really hard on my lungs. And I was coughing, and I felt kind of sick. I haven't had too many issues in the last month, especially, so things are getting better. I'm not taking anything right now, nothing, just like some turmeric and curcumin and like supplements, like stuff, and no medicine. So yay! It took over a year, but I think we figured out the problem and fixed it. So TMI, I'm not going into it, but yeah, things are good. So, but you know, I haven't done a lot recently. I don't say that, I've done a lot. I work my butt off. I'm presenting at 3 different shows. Maybe actually by the time these videos come up, it might be that time. I'm pretty stoked about that. I'm doing a presentation on portaging in the Canadian wilderness at all of the shows, and the Outdoor Adventure Show, I'm doing 2 presentations. So on the Sunday, I'm doing lessons learned in the Canadian wilderness. I wanted to talk a bit about my 2 big Temagami trips and my Blind River trip, but I didn't want to do a storytelling. So there was a lot of interesting things that happened on those trips. So a lot of it is based on that, but yeah, it was good times. Anyways, that is about it. So I'm just sitting here, I'm listening to an audiobook. It says 17 degrees. I just changed, so that's why I got my Patagonia on. Check out part 2 to see what happens with the big winter storm. You can click the link at the end of this video if you want to watch it ahead of time. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.